All right, welcome back, Wayward Souls at the Double Tap In, episode 46.
I know it, right?
Yep.
Wow.
This is what we're gonna say.
This is the Joe Biden episode right here.
It's gonna be a failure.
Fucking A, it is. You know that shit's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ask me how my morning went.
Hey, Michael, tell me about your morning, would you?
Yeah. So my birthday was a couple days ago, and
happy birthday.
Jennifer,
Looking great.
Thank you. I try. I didn't even shave for it, which is
You're looking younger every day.
Today I woke up and set a new record for my longevity. Winning.
Fucking doing it.
So Jennifer got me a boat.
Got you a boat?
Got me a boat.
What?
Yep. It's something called a skanu. If you've ever heard of a skanu before, they were made by Coleman back in the day. Then they sold out to somebody else. Anyway, it's a skanu. It's half canoe, half scow or skiff, depending on what you read. And it's basically a wide, flat bottom canoe with a flat stern on the back.
Huh.
Shallow water, holds a lot of weight, thank God, because I'm a fat fuck. And
we can't go together.
800-pound weight limit.
Oh, we can go together.
Yeah. And that's even with, putting a motor on it. It's got
That's cool as shit.
Yeah, it can hold like a 5 horsepower motor, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So my gratitude for this is I'm thankful that Jennifer, provided a boat for us. The next thing is pick it up yesterday, made an appointment with Department of Natural Resources. Of course, they're in with MVA now doing all their registration shit. Made an appointment. My appointment was at 10 a.m. this morning. I was back in my truck at 10:04.
Fucking love it. What time did you walk in?
About 5 of. And I stopped and talked to the trooper that was on duty. He still works the road here in Worcester County. And I hadn't seen him in probably 3 or 4 years. So I stopped and talked to him for 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it was. And I looked at my watch and I said, "Hey, brother, I got to roll. I've got an appointment." I walked back. The young lady said, "Do you have an appointment?" I said, "Yep. My name's Hickman. Here's the paperwork, what I'm looking for." And she goes, "Okay, type, print. $17 later.
Terrible.
I walk out and good to go.
That's
so
awesome.
One good thing that has come out of COVID, we talked about Harper's birth and limiting the people in the room before. And I don't remember if we mentioned the MVA appointments, but there's 2 good things that have come out of COVID.
Absolutely. I remember what else we did talk about this before. Do you know what else we talked about in this episode?
What is that?
Of the good things that came out of COVID? To-go drinks.
Yes, we did. That's exactly right. Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I experienced that shit again, and I'm grateful. If you can walk into the Motor Vehicle Administration, regardless if you're going to the Department of Natural Resources or you're going through the MVA line, if you can be in and out in 4 fucking minutes,
that's
I'm about
epic.
that shit.
That's epic.
Yeah,
because you never before you would hear somebody talk positively about having to go to the MVA.
Right. 100%.
Always a fucking train wreck. All the time. And it's not. So I had a driver's license in Pennsylvania, not from York.
Right.
But I got my learner's permit. I got my full driver's license in Pennsylvania. And even there, it's like, I don't want to fucking go there. That place sucks. Absolutely sucks. Yeah. And when you come here, it was the same thing. Going through getting my class, getting my license transferred, and then getting my class B and all that stuff up until COVID. It was a fucking pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is. For sure.
So, yeah. And now that they have the appointment system, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, it's like I said, I didn't mind doing it this morning. I didn't mind getting up, didn't mind going over. So I knew my previous couple of experiences, one with the RV, one with the other boat. I'm like, holy hell, this is, I'm used to going in. If you get there at 9:30 and you walk out at noon, you feel like you've had a victory.
Yeah.
And now 4 friggin' minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes. 10 o'clock appointment. I was literally in the truck texting Jennifer, I'm done already. And it was 4 minutes after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Have you seen my Facebook today or last night talking about looking for an electric golf cart?
Yes, I did see that.
So Berlin has permitted a local business to use a golf cart as a shuttle service.
Is this a local business that we do not?
That's correct. Yeah,
Copy.
associated with that business. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And so now people are like going off the rails, talking about they're going to get a golf cart, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and my post was partly serious but mostly facetious. And people think that you can have a golf cart and drive it on the roads of the state of Maryland. You cannot. The only place you can do it is Chrisfield. Chrisfield has an exemption, and you can have a legit golf cart and run wherever you want in Chrisfield. Certain islands like Tylerton or Smith Island or something, you can have golf carts. You know, they're called island vehicles, and you can basically do what you want. Most vehicles over there aren't tag registered anyway. So the way the Maryland law reads is you can have a low-speed vehicle that can be registered on the road. It has to travel between 20 miles an hour and no more than 25 miles per hour. So you got a 5 mile an hour window. You can't go on any road that's over 30 miles. Well, everybody thinks that that's a golf cart. But if you read the regulation, it says a golf cart is not a low-speed vehicle.
Yeah.
So I don't give a fuck what you do to your golf cart. It will never be a low-speed vehicle. You can put every fucking light, bell, whistle, horn, whatever, the mirrors, everything that it takes to be a low-speed vehicle. It will never be a low-speed vehicle because it is a golf cart. And that's what people get hung up on. So it's starting this big debate. And me being me, I figured, why not toss the grenade in with a boat paddle and see what you can stir up?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it really showed how much people don't know. There are true low-speed vehicles.
Yeah.
And while they may look like a golf cart, they are definitely not a golf cart. And the main difference is they have an actual title and an actual VIN number of an automobile. That is the big deciding factor between a golf cart and a low-speed vehicle. While they may look similar, they are not similar, and you cannot drive a golf cart on a road in the state of Maryland unless you're in Chrisfield. So the more you know.
How did Chrisfield get the special exemption?
I don't know. It happened several years ago, and I don't know exactly what transpired to have that happen.
I understand the islands. That makes total sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but and to some extent, I understand Chrisfield. Like, I'm good with it, but
yeah,
what makes them special?
Right.
We know what makes.
I don't know. I don't know if it had something to do with the country music festivals that they used to do. I don't have any idea what the reasoning was behind it, but apparently they're exempt. And that's by ordinance or state law. I don't know what it is, but I know that in the law book specifically states that Chrisfield has an exemption.
Yeah. Not so the taking the other side of this, you know, and this is, you know, you throw that grenade into that pot and stir it up really well, which you're phenomenal at. I truly appreciate that. I think, and this is nothing that you don't know either, but the people that are asking and are like, hell yeah, I want one. You know, like,
I want one.
If I lived in Berlin, like, fuck yeah, I want one.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the kind of town that Berlin is. You know, it's a Main Street community. It's a small town. It was the coolest small town in America. Hell yeah.
Yep.
But like that's the town that Berlin is. You know, so if the idea of, oh, this is now allowed here, I want one, and like I don't have that knowledge of Maryland law to say that
Yep.
I can't even do it. I'll never be able to do it. Like I can see people jumping on that big and being like, "Oh wait, never
Yeah.
mind."
Oops.
So
And see
yeah,
that I want one. I mean, I'll
yeah,
be the first to admit it. For where I go and what I do, a electric vehicle like that would be
hmm
ideal. Like when we're done doing this, I got to run the food line real quick.
take the golf cart.
And yeah, why not? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's all town streets, 25 or 30 mile an hour zone. Why not?
yeah,
And it's so I am all about it. I want one, but I don't want to go out and spend $5,000 on a golf cart when an electric vehicle or the low speed vehicle that is road ready and legal is 13 to 15,000.
right.
So I don't want to buy the $5,000 golf cart that's equipped with all the bells and whistles that you need to be legal, with the exception of the VIN and a title. Everything else is fine. It's the same thing. So
hmm
there's I can see where people get confused very
hmm
easy about what
Oh
the
yeah,
law is. But a lot of people can go out and they're going to buy $5,000 golf carts, and all of a sudden they're going to figure out that they are not legal when they go to register it and get it insured and do all that stuff that you have to do to make it, legal. And on the road, they're going to go, "Oh shit, I just dumped $5,000 or more," because some golf carts are $8,000,
hmm
$10,000, whatever.
yeah,
So I can see people getting butt hurt over that. So me being tongue in cheek, facetious, whatever I was in that post was to kind of educate people. And also, I know I've got several people from the town who follow me that, hey, y'all might want to do a press release, put the
hmm
information out there that, this is what it takes to be legal and to be on the road. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know if the courtesy car that this business is using is completely legal. I don't know, and I don't care. It's um, the segue into a topic where everybody thinks now you can have a golf cart.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So
The vehicles that um, Pittsville Ford had out
Mhm.
on Route 50 are those street legal vehicles?
As far as I know, they are.
Because
So
are they electric? I don't even remember.
I think
Like, I
they are. I
remember.
think they're electric. They're either
Yeah.
electric or gas. But
Yeah.
the the law specifically states electric.
Gotcha.
So it doesn't have a provision for gas. Um, it only states electric, which is, now I'm sitting there thinking about it. Why not have gas? Golf
Yeah.
cart
Yeah.
style with gas.
Yeah. Hmm. That'll be
Yeah,
fun to watch.
yeah. So I already know people are talking about buying golf carts because they don't know the difference.
Yeah.
So it's going to create a ruckus for a bit until things get squared away. I can see it coming already.
Yeah. What do you think the response from like Berlin PD and I have a feeling I know
The
what MSP's stance is going to be.
Yeah,
Like
damn right.
that's not allowed on the road.
So
Here's the ticket.
I had a
Well,
conversation this morning with a local resident who stated that they talked to the chief. Now, again, this is for me. This is third hand. This is
mhm.
not gospel. This isn't any of that. This is third hand. Although the individual is pretty knowledgeable and reliable with his information, he said the chief of police says they're fine. You can do whatever you want with it in town as long as it's registered. You can do whatever you want. Now that is painting stuff with a broad brush, and I think it's not covering a lot of information that needs to be covered. So I'm just going to let it be at that.
Yeah. I mean, but if you say the vehicle has to be registered and you can't register a golf cart,
Correct. And
well,
it
there's
fixes
like,
itself right there.
yeah,
Yep. But
yeah.
I can
But
see
that's
people
gonna, like you
going
said,
out and buying a golf cart and then going to register it as the second phase and going, oh
yeah,
shit.
yeah, like that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. No
Yeah.
question about it.
Hmm.
So
Fun
ask
time.
me what I did last night.
Oh, I know what you did last night. Oh, I know.
Buddy, it was good too.
Good.
It was
That's
good.
awesome.
The atmosphere was fantastic. The food, I've had street kitchen at a wedding or two.
Mhm.
So wedding food versus restaurant food is completely different. I had a brisket grilled cheese sandwich
Ooh.
that was top notch. Top
And
notch.
you've had a little brisket before.
Just
right?
a couple of pieces.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a couple of pieces.
Okay.
Surprisingly, what was even better was the roasted Brussels sprouts.
Tell you, I love some Brussels sprouts.
Dude, I hate a fucking Brussels sprout.
Really?
Hate a
Hmm.
Brussels sprout. I have thrown up eating Brussels sprouts in front of
You're
my
eating
kids. I was trying to be the man and show my boys that eating vegetables is good for you and all that shit. And I took a whole Brussels sprout and chunked it in my mouth and I threw up. And that is absolutely no lie, no exaggeration at all. That's exactly what happened. And my ex looked at the kids and said, "You need to eat your vegetables." And Josh or Matt, or maybe both of them in unison, said, "Hell no, it damn near killed Dad. I am not touching the Brussels sprout." Last night, Jennifer got the Brussels sprouts, and I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt, I almost ordered my own.
Wow. What they do with them?
Bacon jam.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, buddy. You could put that on a flip flop, a turd, whatever you want, and it's going to make it delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And I'm not going to lie. I mean, I had a beer,
Mhm.
and the beer was pretty fucking tasty.
Not surprised by that either.
So I'm salivating right now.
Yeah.
Grand opening. When this airs, they will be open. They're opening Thursday the 26th at 11 a.m.
Yep. I saw
And
that.
if you see a tandem tricycle with a flag out front, yes, that is mine. I'm there. Come on in. Come say hi.
What time are you going on Thursday?
About
11
10:45.
10. Okay.
Yep, I told you when I went in there doing the pregame, I licked a spot on the bar and I said, "This is mine. I'm claiming it." Well, I'm going back to that spot and I'm going to sit there. And that's where I'm going to be. And when I have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to whip out Homer the dancing penis and I'm going to piss on the bar there and I'm going to mark my spot. So that way, everything I've licked it, I've pissed on it, it's mine.
Wow. Coming strong out of the gate. I love it.
Digest that shit for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope you stand close. Don't want to pee on your toes.
Yep, that's right. Well, I have to, yeah. Yeah, exactly right. You don't get the right grip, you piss all over your fingers too.
Yeah.
Then you just wipe it under the bar and you've marked it twice. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's certainly a visual. Maybe I'll be there at like you get there at 10:45. You would have marked it by noon. Right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I'll get there like 12:30.
There you go. Where it's starting to dry and starting to get the pungent aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a manly man. That's musky.
That's Hickman, isn't it? Is he
Are
still
you
here?
dehydrated? Dude, you need to drink more. Holy shit. You're
Give him a
dehydrated.
glass of water and a beer.
So I had lab work done last week and following up from the shoulder thing. The doctor said, "Hey, you really need to increase your vitamin C and do this and do that," which I did. Well, when you're taking a multivitamin plus extra vitamin C, your piss is neon. It is just plain neon. So I go in and do the urine part. I come out and I'm holding the urine cup up like this, and I'm looking at it, and I went, I don't remember eating the highlighter. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Yeah.
And the nurse who's seen everything goes, uh-huh. You took your multivitamin today, didn't you? I said, yeah, and my vitamin C. She goes, it shows. Oh, no, thanks. I'm also slightly dehydrated, so there's that for you.
Yeah.
Always an adventure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm. Yeah. I also found out that my doctor holds a grudge.
That's probably not a good thing.
So 6 or 8 years ago, I go in for a visit. And now I need to give you the backstory. The backstory is my doctor is Danielle Orr. Dr. Orr, when she first came here, was in the Ocean Pines office next to Shorestop. There was AGH had a building there.
Mm-hmm.
I got dispatched here one day for a call, and I go and I get there, and she's a brand new doc. She's been there a week. She gets a patient who has threatened suicide, so it becomes a CRT event and all this shit. So, and they're never fast.
Mm-mm.
So I ended up being there. Now it's gone to a full 12 hours, but realistically it was a little over 6. So we're chit-chatting and got to know each other. I really liked her medical philosophy. So my entire family switched. And when I say my entire family switched. So she got to know my mom, my dad, obviously Jennifer, me. I go in 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, however long it's been now. And I said, hey, did you know my dad, Jim, has sung the national anthem at stadiums all over the United States? Atlanta Hawks, Braves. Oh, the All-Star game in Pittsburgh in 06. Shorebirds, Capitals, Bullets when they were the Bullets. Ravens, Eagles, all these places. And she goes, oh my God, really? I said, yeah, wherever he goes, he gets asked to sing the national anthem. She goes, wow, yeah, I didn't know that. Da, 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 da. The next time he goes in, he's sick. So they don't have a conversation. So like a year goes by and she goes into the room and says, so I understand that you sing the national anthem all over the place. He goes, yep, the Star Spangled Banner every time. And she says, so how did you get to do it? He says, well, when you go in the stadium and the game's getting ready to start and they say, everybody, please stand and remove your hats for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. He goes, I just do it. And she goes, I have told my entire family, most of the patients that have come in here, that I have a patient who sings the national anthem at stadiums all over. And he goes, well, I do. So, again, the cat's been out of the bag now like 7 years. Jim has been under the weather here of late and has been seeing Dr. Orr. And she has had a medical student. He goes in one day. I go in the next day. And I said, hey, man, did she tell you about my dad singing? And he goes, no. And I said, we met him yesterday. Da, 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 da. Well, this is what he does. And he immediately goes, And I go, I'm thinking to myself, he's on to me.
Yeah.
And so she starts telling the story. And then he goes, yeah, I know what this is. I know where this is going. I can see it already. I said, see, even this dude who's doing his general medicine practice run through or whatever, even he knows, man, she gets angry as shit about the whole thing. I told everybody, da 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 da. Okay. Yeah, so he goes back the end of next week, I think, and he's going to take my sling and put his arm in a sling and get wheeled in a wheelchair. And he got a steroid injection last time around and caused him a little discomfort. And she knew it. And he said, this arm's killing me since that shot, doc. I don't know what's going on. I don't know this. I don't know that. He's already, man's coming up on his 88th birthday, and
Good for him.
he's still plotting, all this shit. Fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. And to be a part of it,
that's even better.
Yeah. Even better.
We were sitting at the firehouse last night, and my little pet project, and we're talking. There's a bunch of us sitting around. It's like the old school when you'd sit behind at the back of the bay behind the apparatus.
Yep.
It was one of those little things for 20 minutes, whatever. And this kid has us rolling in tears. He will call people that he knows that it will piss him off. Those star 6-7 them. So it doesn't show up as like no caller ID or something like that. And he will steadily call them over and over and over until they answer. And then when they answer, he hangs up on them. We were,
bless his heart.
Oh my gosh. He's like, the way he's telling these stories about doing it to these people, he's like you can see him kind of messing with his phone, and then he puts it down, and like as we're talking, someone's phone rings, and it's a no caller ID, and I'm like, fuck you. And it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't, my phone's right here.
Yep, not touching it. It's right here. Love that shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, he had us in tears. This kid.
So if I said the name Lance Collins, you know who I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Booby Al. Booby Chicken, whatever you want to call him. He had a habit of grabbing the remote, and he was like one of these constant channel surfing, always. Do you know if you take a piece of Scotch tape and tape the bottom of one of the batteries, that the remote won't work?
It would make sense.
Takes the batteries out, looks at them, puts them back in. Yeah. Because if you do it slick enough, you can't see the tape on the end of the battery.
That's a good idea.
I love firehouse pranks, man.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I mean, not that I ever did any. I'm just saying I love them.
No. I've never done any. No.
Man. Yeah.
None that we can talk about.
So we haven't discussed food. What's in the crock pot?
Oh, well, it's crock pot season. So I was coming home and I'm like, I want like a soup, a chowder, a something. And I'm going to put it in the crock pot and it's going to be great. And I'm thinking, well, I got to go to the grocery store. I'll get a rotisserie chicken. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm thinking I want like a thick beef stew.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do it either over mashed potatoes or we'll do it over couscous. Harper loves that pearl couscous.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to Rachel on the way, her and Harper on the way to work. I'm on the way home. I'm like, well, that's fine. I've got couscous for lunch. I just won't eat it, so we'll have it tonight. I said, well, I can make mashed potatoes. Like we still have, like I can make that to have with it, or we can do this, we can do that. Well, she's like, well, we had mashed potatoes last night. I said, you're really not feeling the beef stew, are you? She's like, no. I was like, all right, that's fine. So I texted her later. I said, hey, what do you think about a chicken noodle soup? And we can do it with egg noodles. Thanks, Dale Short, for the egg noodle idea.
Yep.
And she's like, yeah, that's fine. Again, like it was better than the beef stew, but it was just okay. And whenever I make something, I always add a ton of vegetables because I know Rachel likes them. So I'm sitting at home. I was like, I know she doesn't want chicken noodle soup. We make a potato corn chowder that is really good. I was like, hey, how would you feel? You pick one, the chicken noodle soup or this potato veggie chowder thing. She's like, oh, I'd really like the potato soup. All right, done. So the potatoes are in there now and some chicken broth with an onion, and they're cooking down. And then we'll get some carrots, we'll get some celery, We'll get some corn. Trying to think what else. Maybe some red, or maybe some pepper, some bell pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll get some cream, some some evaporated milk, which I've not used before.
Use it all the time.
Yeah. And some butter. And we'll just have a big old pot of potato soup. And we're going to get some Cheddar Bay biscuits.
There you go.
Fire those up in the oven. And because you got to have a little something to dip into the sauce. You can't let that goodness go to waste.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, so it's going to be.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your cream base? Just the evaporated milk and.
In this one, yeah, it'll be the evaporated milk, cream, and I think there's some flour that goes into it too.
Okay.
Let me look. Normally, I make a roux, the milk, heavy cream for my cream base. I've not made this recipe before, but yeah, once it's cooked and the potatoes are tender, then butter, flour, the evaporated milk, then that all goes in, and then we'll add cheddar cheese, Greek or sour cream, and salt and pepper. And like I said, I'm going to add. It doesn't call for it, but I'm going to add corn, carrots, celery, probably some bell pepper, just to spice it up a little.
Yeah, good.
So
good.
Yeah.
Jennifer goes to Grocery Kitty, and much like you, we share the grocery list, and I leave manager special on it. She knows to go to the meat case and look for manager special and see what's what. Well, they had thin sliced beef from some part of the cow. And she said, "What do you think about this?" And I said, I really don't know what I would do with it. And she said, "Well, how about fajitas?" And I went, sold. So she grabbed it. So tonight's going to be fajita night in the Hickman household.
Very nice. Is it, because when you say that thin sliced beef, is it like real kind of wide?
Yeah.
Or is it?
No, it's wide. It's about like that, long strips.
Yeah.
And it's not overly thin.
Yeah.
So
I think I've had that before, and I was going to do like a beef and broccoli.
Yeah.
And
in fact, it might even have stir fry on it. Or something.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly impressed with it.
Yeah, I don't think the fat content's gonna be real high, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna fry it up anyway with the fajita seasoning and just let it sit with the onion
and the black thing.
Oh,
there you go.
There it is right there. It's calling me.
There it is.
Yeah, just onions. She bought the tricolor peppers.
Yep.
We're gonna do that, and I think that's gonna be dinner.
Yep. I had a buddy in Texas that we text periodically back and forth, and we were talking about ribs, and he sent me some ribs that he had done and like the seasoning that he had used. And he's like, "Hey, I'll drop a box in the mail to you with all this stuff." So I have all this stuff from Texas, and I haven't really had a chance to use it yet because Harper doesn't really like a whole lot of spice.
Mm-hmm.
It coming from Texas, I'm afraid that it's going to be a little bit more spicy than what she'll eat. So I'm kind of waiting for it. It might be the Wayward Soles at the Double Tap In Fan Festival. We'll break it out. So, but in there was a beef fajita. I think a beef fajita seasoning or a fajita seasoning, and a seasoned salt, kind of all seasoning kind of thing that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, this is I hadn't done fajitas in a long time, and Dale and Blakely came over, and Dale got the flank steak and did the fajita stuff, and he got the tortillas turns on we have a electric range, which I don't care for, but he turns the burner on, gets the burner hot, flips the tortilla on the hot burner, toast them off, and I went, why in the fuck didn't I think of that before?
Yeah.
Once again, Dale taught me something.
Yep. Yep. We're gonna have to. So let's pause this here. We're gonna end this episode, and then let's talk specifically about fajitas in our next show. Well,
yeah, that works.
Let's start with the idea that we're going to talk about fajitas in the next show.
Yeah, that'll be about 30 seconds, and we'll jump off the rails into something else. So that works for me.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks for watching.
Right up.
Episode 46. Fajitas are coming right up.